Good morning, student. Today we'll discuss the example on convolution of the signal. Okay, how to convolve the signal, how to find the convolution of the signal. So we'll consider one example. Find the convolution of the signal okay. The input is given x of n is equal to 1, n equal to -2, 0 and 1. And this value is equal to 2 for n is equal to -1, and this is equal to 0, this is elsewhere. Okay, so this is the input signal is given to you, and we have to find the convolution of the signal. Okay, so for finding the convolution of the signal, the impulse response is also given, h of n del of n minus del of n minus 1 plus del of n minus 2 minus del of n minus 3. So this is the input is given and impulse response is given. Okay, now we have to find the output by using the convolution sum. Okay, so solution is we have to find a solution using equation y of n, that is output is equal to summation k equal to minus infinity to infinity x of k into h of n minus k. Okay, so this is the output equations. By using these equations we have to find, so x of k, this is the input. Okay, and by putting the different values, and here this is h of n minus k, so this is the impulse response which is shifted by the some time k magnitude. Okay, so we will, the response is given. Now the given signal is, what is given? Given signals, what is given? This signal is given. So this is 0, this is 1, 2 and 3, -1, -2, -3. So it is given, what is given? See, at n is equal to -2, -1, value is 1 and 2, and at 0 it is 1, and at 1 it is 1, and elsewhere it is 0. So from this I am drawing this figure. Okay, so for 0 it is 1. Okay, for -1 it is given, it is a 2, and for -2 it is a 1. Okay, so this is a magnitude of 1, this is 2, this is again 1, and at 0 it is 1, and at 1 it is also 1. So this is the input is given to you, and the impulse response is given like this. Impulse response is given for 0 it is of 1, for 0 it is 1, for for 1 it is a -1, for 2 it is 1, and for 3 it is again -1. So this is a h of k, impulse response h of k. Now we are requested here to find h of minus k. So this is a reflection on. So how we can draw this h of minus k? Just opposite to the h of k. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3. So what is the value of h of k for 0? It is 1. So it is a -1. So what is it is -1? So it is a +1. It is a 1. So it is a -1. And it is -1. It is a 1. So this is a minus h of k. So whatever the function h of k is given, okay, so we are just reflected in the opposite direction. So this is a h of minus k. Okay, so now we are interested here to find the different values. So first we'll see when n is equal to -2, because first value is given n is equal to -2. So when n is equal to -2, what will be the this h of n minus k? This will be the h of -2 minus k, because we have put here value of n is equal to -2. -2 means we have to shift this impulse response to the left by the 2 magnitude of unit. Okay, so we are shifting this impulse response to the left by the 2 magnitude of unit. This is 0, this is 1, 2, and therefore this is -1, -2, -3, and -4. Okay, so we have to shift this toward the left by 2 unit. So toward the left means at 0, so it is a 1 and this is 2. Okay, so 1 and this is 2, that means by n is equal to -2 means we have to shift toward the left by 2 units. So this is first. So at -2, this value will be 1. At -3, this value will be -1. At -3, this value will be 1. And at this is -5, this value will be -1. So in this way, we have shifted this impulse response h of minus k toward the left by the n is equal to -2, because whenever n is negative, that means we have to shift the impulse response toward the left by the 2. And now the input is given. What is the input is given? Input is given, this is 0, 1, 2, -1, -2, -3. This is the input I have drawn. Okay, so for 0 it is a 1, for -1 it is a 2, and for -2 it is again 1, and for 1 it is also 1. So now we have to find the output response. How we can find output response? So see the output response. Now we have y of n, y of n. So what is n? N is now -2. Okay. So this is equal to summation of k equal to -infinity to infinity x of k into h of n minus k. Okay, this is the output equation, and therefore now we can draw here y of -2 is equal to y of -2 is equal to so y of -2 is equal to c. So what is value of, so this is a input, so input at -2 it is 1, so -2 and at 1 is equal to, so what is it is value is 1 at -2, and what is the impulse response as -2? It is 1. So 1 into 1 will get here 1. So this is y of -2 is equal to 1 value. Okay, now we will put n is equal to -1. When you put n is equal to -1, your impulse response will be h of n minus k. Now n is -1 minus k. That means we have to shift the impulse response toward the left by 1 unit. Okay, so we'll find the impulse response. So this is suppose 0, -1, -2, -3, -4 and -5. Okay, and this is now 1, 2. Okay, now we have to shift this by only 1 unit. That means this much of unit, because n is equal to -1. So at -1 now it is 1. Response is same. At -2 it is -1. At -3 it is again 1, and at -4 it is again -1. The response is again same, and input is given. Input is again same. At 0, what is value? It is 1. At 1 it is again 1. Okay, at -1 it is 2, and at -2 it is again 1. Now we have to find the y of -1, because we are finding this for n is equal to -1. So we have to find y of -1. So y of -1 can be found. Now see, this is the input. Input is at -2. So -2 into what is value at -2 of the impulse response? It is -1. So +1 into -1, plus again this is a at -1 magnitude is 2. So this 2 into it is a 1. Okay, plus rest of the signals are 0. So this 0 multiplied by this 1, it will be also 0. So the output y of -1 is equal to -1 plus 2. This is equal to 1. So this is y of -1 is equal to 1. Okay. So next is n is equal to 0. Now we will put n is equal to 0. N is equal to 0. N is equal to 0 means h of n minus k. Now n is 0, so it is a h of minus k. H of minus k means we have the given response h of k, and we have found the h of minus k. The same response will occur here. Okay, the same impulse response will, that means there is no shifting of the input toward the left or right, because this is because there is n is equal to 0. So I will draw the response at 0, -1, -2, -3, -4. So the response at 0, there is no Okay, so at minus at 0 its value is 1 because there is no n is equal to 0. It is a -1, it is 1, it is a -1. Okay, so this is the impulse response, and input is again given. Input is again same. Input is same. Input is given at 0, it is 1, at 1 it is 1, at -1 it is 2, and at -2 it is again 1. So here, okay, so this is actually the impulse response h of minus k, and this is a x of k. This is input and this is impulse response. Now we have to find here n y of 0 because we have substituted here the n is equal to 0. Okay, so y of 0 is equal to, now see, at -3 it is a -1, but at -3 there is no input, so there is no signal at -3. So -1 into 0, it is again 0. So at -1 it is 1, at -1 it is 1, and at -2 input is also it is 1, plus at -1 it is -1, and at -1 it is 2. Okay, at 0 it is 1, plus this 1 into 1, plus now at 1 there is no impulse response, even though there is input signal is there, but this 1 into 0 it is again 0. So this 1 into 1 1, -1 into 2 -2, plus 1 plus 0. So what will be the value? This is 0. So y of 0 output will be 0 when n is equal to 0. Okay, next value is n is equal to 1. We'll put here n is equal to 1 here. N is equal to, we'll put 1. So when n is equal to 1, what will be the impulse response? Impulse response is n minus k. So now n is 1, so 1 minus k. So when n is positive, that means we have to shift the impulse response toward the right side of the origin. Therefore we'll shift now. This is a 0, this is a 1, this is 2, -1, -2, -3. So we are shift by the 1 magnitude of unit because here n is equal to 1. So at 1 it is a now 1 value, at 0 it is a -1, again at -1 it is 1, again at -2 it is a -1. So this is the impulse response h of 1 minus k. Now what is the input x of k, or we can say x of 1? Input is given, again same input. For 0 it is 1, for 1 it is 1, for -1 it is 2, and for -2 it is 1. Okay, so now we have to find the output y of 0. So y of y of 1, we have substituted here n is equal to 1. So y of 1, see, at -2 it is signal is impulse response is there -1, into at -2 input is 1, therefore it is -1 into 1, plus at -1 it is 1. Okay, at -1 the input is 2, plus at 0 it is a -1, into input at 0 is 1, plus at 1 magnitude is 1 here, and this is also 1. Okay, So it is a -1, this is a +2, this is -1, this is +1. So what is value? It is 1. Okay. So y of 1 is equal to 1 here. Okay. So the y of 1 is equal to, it is equal to 1. Okay. Now next we will find when n is equal to 2. So for n is equal to 2, what is the impulse response? Impulse response is h of 2 minus k. That means here n is positive. That means we have to shift the impulse response toward the right by 2 magnitude. Okay. So this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. Sorry, sorry. On negative side, -1, -2, -3. So we have shifted the impulse response toward the right by 2 magnitude. Okay. So at 2 it is a 1. At -1, sorry, at +1 it is -1. Again this is a 1 and this is -1. Impulse response is same, but we are shifting toward the right by the 2 unit. This is 1 unit, this is 2 unit. Okay. Now the input is same here. Again at 0 it is 1. Again at 1 it is 1. At -1 it is 2, and it is -2 it is 1. Okay. This is a x of k, that is input, and this is a impulse response. We are taking the product of this. Okay. So y of 2, because we have substituted here n is equal to 2. So now for -1, for -2 there is a input signal, but for impulse response there is no signal, so it is 0. At -1 it is -1, and at -1 it is 2. Therefore plus 0 it is 1, 0 it is also 1, so 1 into 1, plus at 1 it is -1, at this one it is 1, 1, plus at 2 it is a 2, but at 2 there is no signal in this case, therefore 1 into 0 it will be the 0. Okay. So this is a -2 plus 1, this is a -1. Okay. So what will be the value? Value will be -2. Okay. So at n is equal to 2, y of 2 is equal to -2. Okay. Next we will consider n is equal to n is equal to 3. So what is impulse response? Impulse response is n minus k. Now n is 3 minus k. Now we have to shift the impulse response toward the right by the 3 unit. Okay. So this 1, 2, 3. So at 3 it is now 1. At -2 it is -1. At -1 it is again 1, and at 0 it is again 1. Sorry, -1. Okay. So this is impulse response shifted toward the right by the 3 unit, and input is again same. At 0 it is 1. At 1 it is again 1. At -1 it is 2, and at -2 it is 1. Okay. Now we have to find here the output response, that is a y of 3. Okay. So see, at impulse response at 0 is -1. Impulse response at 0 is sorry, input is 1. So -1 into 1, plus impulse response at sorry, this is a plus. So at 1, magnitude is 1, and input at 1 is 1. Okay. So -1 plus 1, this value is equal to 0. So output at y of 3 is equal to the 0. Now the last we will consider n is equal to 4. When n is equal to 4, the impulse response is h of n minus k, that is 4 minus k. So we have to shift the impulse response toward the right by 4 unit. So 4 unit means this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, response again will be same. Only we have shifted toward the right by the 4 unit. And this is an impulse response. And now this is the input x of k. X of k again for 0 it is 1. For 1 it is also 1. For -1 it is 2. And for -2 it is a 1. So this is the input. Okay, now find the output for this by taking the product of this impulse response and input signal. So y of 4 is equal to, see, now the impulse response at 0 is 0, even though at 0 the input is 1, but 1 into 0 it is again 0. We'll see from this. So at -2 it is 1, but at -2 it is 0 again. Plus at -1 it is 2, but at -1 it is 0. Plus at 0 it is also it is 1 and to 0. Okay, at -1 it is -1, and at see 1 minute at 2 it is at 2, 0 into 1 0, plus 0 into 2 0. At 0 it is a, let me admit the student, at 0 1 into 0. Okay, at 1 it is a -1 into 1. Plus at, okay, so it is almost over. So rest all will be 0, or only -1 will be there. So y of 4 is equal to -1. Okay, so in this way we have got the response, and therefore we have to write the response, output response for these signals. Now we can write here y of n. So the response is, we have started from n is equal to -2. For n is equal to -2 it is 1. For n is equal to -1 it is 1. For n is equal to 0 it is 0. Then for n is equal to 1 it is +1. N is equal to 2 it is a -2, and it is a 0, and it is -1. So this is output. Okay, we have started when for n is equal to -2. This is for n is equal to -1, and this is for n is equal to 0. This is for n is equal to 1. This is for n is equal to 2. This is for n is equal to 3, and this is for n is equal to 4. This, just we have found this. So in this way we can find the convolution of the signal. Okay, I think you have got this. This is, we have seen about the convolution sum. Now next we'll discuss the the convolution integral. We'll now discuss about the convolution integral. So we have seen the output of the continuous linear time invariant system may also be determined from the knowledge of the input and the system impulse response. Just we have seen how to find the output of the continuous linear time system by the knowledge of the input and system impulse response. Upon we have just seen the examples. If you know the impulse response and input signal, we can find output of the system. So we first express the continuous time signal, a continuous time signal as the weighted superposition of time shifted impulses. Time shifted impulses. So this input x of t is equal to minus infinity to infinity x of tau into del of t minus tau into d tau. This is equation number 1. So this is now the convolution integral. Here the superposition is an integral instead of sum. In previous case we have taken the sum. Now here the superposition is an integral instead of sum, and the time shifts are given by the continuous variable tau. Okay, we can write here the superposition is an integral instead of sum. Okay, and the time shift are given by the continuous variable tau. Okay, therefore the weights of x of tau into d tau are derived from the weight of x of tau and d tau are derived from the values of the signal x of t at the time tau at which each impulses occurs. So these weights x of tau d tau are derived from the value of the signal x of t at the time tau at which each impulse occurs. Okay, so let the operator h denotes the system to which the input x of t is applied. So the operator h, by considering the operator h, denote the system to which the input x of t is applied. Okay, so y of t is equal to this operator h into x of t. Okay, so this input is given is equal to h into integral over minus infinity to infinity x of tau into del of x of sorry, del of t minus tau into d tau. Okay, so this is the output. So using the linearity property of the system, we may interchange the order of the operator h and the integration to obtain. Okay, uh, we may change the order of the operator h and the input so we have to interchange the order of the operator h and the integration to obtain the y of t is equal to, so minus infinity to infinity x of tau. Okay, and this h of del of t minus tau into d tau. This is equation number 2. So here we define the impulse response. Impulse response is nothing but h of t. We have defined the response is h of t is equal to h into del of t as the output of the system. Okay, so this is the impulse response h of t is equal to h of del of t as the output of the system response to the unit impulse input. Okay, this is the system impulse response to the unit impulse input. Okay, if the system is also time variant, if the system is also time invariant, then we can write h into del of t minus tau is equal to h of t minus tau, and this is equation number 3. Okay, so the time invariance implies that time invariance implies that a time shifted impulse input generates a time shifted impulse response output. Okay, so let us consider, suppose the impulse response of the linear time system h, it is given like this. This is impulse response h of t. Okay, now the output of the linear time invariant system to the time shifted and amplitude scale input is like this. If it is a time shifted, so impulse response is like this at 0. This is tau. So this is x of tau and this is at the origin. This is hex of tau into del of t minus tau. Okay. So here, if you, this is impulse response, and now we'll get here time shifted impulse response. Time shifted impulse response. Therefore, this is x of tau. This is x of tau into h of t minus tau. So this is a time shifted and amplitude scale impulse response. Okay. So the output of the system the output of the system in response to an input. Okay, y of t is equal to minus infinity to infinity x of tau into h of t minus tau into d tau. This is equation number 4. And therefore, the output y of t is given as the weighted superposition of the impulse response time shifted by tau. Okay. So this equation 4 is termed the convolution integral. Equation 4 is the convolution integral and it is denoted by symbol. Meanwhile, take the attendance. Okay, take the attendance and send it to me because time may be near to end. So it is denoted by this symbol star. Okay, therefore x of t star h of t is equal to minus infinity to infinity x of tau h of t minus tau d tau. Thank you very much. Send me the attendance of the today's lecture. Two participants are there. Okay. So send me the attendance. Now lecture is over. We can leave the meeting. Thank you very much.